In this video, I'll show you how to use all the main features of Leonardo AI. On the main page, you can see lists of available options and tools here and here. Here you can see images created by other users divided in different groups. You can copy settings of any image to create your own, so you don't have to spend your time trying to figure out how to create some effect. First tool is image creation. Here are images I previously created. This section will be empty if you just created your account. Prompt area is for describing the images you want to create. Above the prompt section is amount of credits you have. On the free plan, you have 150 free credits daily, which allows you to create at least few dozens of images. Usage of different models and image quality settings affect the consumption of credits. Here you can select model. Model affects image style and structure. I guess that most of them are based on Stable Diffusion, except FluxDev and Schnell, of course. Here you can see list of presets. Each model has its own set of different predefined styles. I'll select Cinematic Kino to create some realistic pictures. Style will be dynamic. High contrast value can cause too dark pictures in some cases, so be careful with it. Quality generation mode is for paid accounts only, but fast mode is enough to create really good images. Aspect ratio setting. Small and medium image sizes are not so different, but medium size consumes more credits. Number of images in one generation is locked on 4. Images created by you will appear in community feed. You can make them private with premium account. In advanced settings, you can see little bit strange option where you can select model again. These models are the same as in the regular model selection section. If you select model and style as usual, and then select another model here, images will be generated with model selected in advanced settings. To avoid any confusion, don't change models in the advanced settings. You can enable negative prompt, so you'll be able to specify what you don't want to see in your images. By enabling transparency, you can allow images to have transparent background, which is useful if you want to create images for stickers and so on. Tiling can be helpful for creating patterns. Each generated image has some value which is associated with it. It's called seed value. You can copy it and reuse. If all the settings in seed will be the same, you'll get identical images in different generations. Okay, I'll replace prompt I previously used. New prompt is just guy in the forest, and negative prompt will be animals, so they will be excluded from my images. By clicking on these stars, you can see 4 options. Leonardo AI can generate random prompt for you, improve your prompt by adding some details or edit it, and you can upload image and then get its description. I'll enhance my prompt. Few words turned into few sentences of image description. Here are my images. Now I want to get close-up portrait of a clown. Don't forget to remove unnecessary negative prompt form previous generations. Oh my god. Images are too realistic. Okay, if I select FluxDev, here is option for auto-enhancing your prompt all the time, which can be useful if you want to create images with one of these Flux models. Style will be creative, for example. Okay, all the clowns are creepy here by default. As you can see, most of these models allow you to create extremely realistic images, but each of them has wide range of additional styles, for example, 3D cartoon. I'll use word realistic as negative prompt to exclude 2 realistic results. Click on the image to see additional image editing options. You can save it to your device, copy it, remove background, and use creative upscale, which can make your image smoother and fix some small details. I removed background and applied upscale. Original image and all the variations after applying additional options you can see here, so you can see and download each variation separately. Click on this arrow to reuse prompt from this generation. Here is image-to-image feature. You can use your image as regular reference image or as source of style for the generated images. Other options are paid here. I'll select regular image-to-image option, and now I have to add some picture. I previously uploaded these images here, so I can select one of them. My prompt is just brief description of the reference image. Click on the image to set the strength value. The higher this value, the close generated images to the reference picture. The model and style are the same as previous generation. I'll decrease strength value. Now the result looks much closer to 3D render. Okay, I'll try to create stylized illustrations by selecting corresponding model and style. Nice. Even if I use anime model, the result will be not bad. I used anime retro style in this case, and medium contrast setting. And now I use style reference option. Style reference means that you can generate any type of image but colors, surface textures of the objects, and their structure will be similar to the original image. You can set strength of this effect. In this case, I used realistic image as reference and anime model for image generation. It can work better when the overall style of image matches the model. I mean anime reference image with anime models, realistic images with realistic models. Because of too high strength value, the hair of this girl is used as parts of the trees and other plants. I'll add 3D cartoon style picture as reference. All the other settings and model will be the same. Cool. And there's additional image generation option for those who don't want to compare different models, styles, and other settings. It is called flow state. There are just 4 main settings: vibe, shot type, lighting, and color theme. Of course, you have to select aspect ratio and enter prompt 2. Generation is very fast, and you can scroll down to generate new images. I guess that realistic and maybe images of all the other styles are created with one of the Flux models. As you can see, new images appear as I scroll. Now, flow state generation doesn't depend on the amount of credits. In flow state, you just have possibility to create 300 free images daily. Here, you can see how many images you've generated compared to free daily amount. But when you start new generation, all the previously created images here will disappear. So you have to save images you really like or apply one of these additional options, and it will be automatically saved in your library together with images created in regular mode. Click on More like this to generate pictures similar to this one. Or you can click on Use as Image Guidance to use chosen image in regular mode as image reference. I switched back to classic mode and here is my picture. The next tool is Motion, which is pretty useless. It is paid only and it much worse than other video generators. Here are short videos created with this feature by other users. You can see the huge watermark on each video compared to most others' video generators. Next feature is Realtime Canvas. It allows you to create images from sketch and prompt. It can help if you have to create images with some exact placement or shape of the objects. When you draw new objects on the canvas or change prompt, the output image changes in real time. There are different styles. The higher creativity strength value, the less similarity between canvas and output image. The average quality is not very high, but you can improve it a little using instant refines. Or for example, you can create better images in regular mode using the output picture as reference in image-to-image feature. There are draw and in-paint modes. If you switch to in-paint mode, you'll be able to add some image or generate it and then paint over it. I generated image of the house in draw mode, so on the output image it looks completely different. And I added image from my device. But because of draw mode, the spoiled version of my picture appeared in the output. So I switched to in-paint mode. I should add my image one more time, because when you enable in-paint option output, image is added to the canvas automatically. I want to add some flowers to my picture, so I entered corresponding prompt and painted few times over the girl's hair. Don't forget to use instant refine. Realtime generation is a little bit similar to Realtime Canvas, but here you have to enter your prompt, and the image will be changed each time you change your prompt. On the right side, you can see sliders for adjusting the style of the image. You can see how images changed when I change each of these parameters. Don't forget that you can use fixed seed, so the result will be more predictable. Here are some basic image styles. And the next option I want to show you is Canvas Editor. Here is Image Generation Frame. Canvas allow you to in-paint, expand, or merge images down, for example. Here you can select model for image generation. There are not only models you already seen in image generation section, but some older models too. Then you can select canvas mode for image editing. But I just want to create some image first. And there are image generation setting which are already familiar to you. There are 4 canvas modes. First one is simple image generation. Here is prompt area. 2 images were generated. If you like the result, click Accept, and the image will appear on the canvas. The rest of images created in this generation will disappear, but you'll be able to find them in your library. But in this case, I want to switch model to more realistic. Prompt will be the same. Okay, I'll leave this image on the canvas. The frame is unlocked so you can move it and change its size and aspect ratio. Generated images also can be moved and resized. I want to change canvas mode. In-paint/out-paint allows you to modify existing image or several images by placing the generation frame over the area you want to change. In-paint means that you'll only change part of existing image without expanding it. Out-paint do the opposite and generates new parts of the image and changes the existing ones. By masking part of the image, you can keep masked parts unchanged. Outpainting also allows you to merge images together by generating missing part of the picture between them. Don't forget to enable outpainting here when selecting in-paint/outpaint feature. 2 other options are image to image and sketch to image. In both cases, you have to place the frame over the image you want to change and then modify it with your prompt. Universal Upscaler allows you to upscale your images or use Creative Upscale, which makes your image smoother. In my opinion, this feature is also useless because it's very expensive compared to some other image generators, and you can use image to image option instead of Creative Upscale. There are upscalers for different types of images, and I set creativity value to 2. What is the most hilarious is that after pressing upscale button at 7 p.m. I got the result only in the morning of the next day for some reason. Yes, image became larger, but I was disappointed. Creative Upscale just made image less realistic, and most of the freckles from girl's face disappeared. That's all for today. Thanks for watching.